Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Brummy in the Highlands. Well, I'm here in the city centre of Aberdeen and I thought I'd start here on Castle Street because what I want to do, this is always I think the starting point for a visit to Aberdeen, and just look at the architecture there, Castle Street. Now you'll notice everything's grey here. It's called the Granite City and you can clearly see why. Looking ahead there, just straight down there, we've got Union Street. Now there's lots of work going on in Union Street, that's the main street. Not sure what they're doing. I think they're trying to partly pedestrianise it, but you can see all the flags and banners. But what we'll do, we'll take a walk around and go right round by the college, because that is really spectacular there, it really is. I've just picked a day where it's not so good. The weather's been great up until today, so it's a little bit mixed. We've got sunshine and showers at the moment here in Aberdeen. So we'll go and have a walk round to the right here and we'll go and take a look at the college. Now I hear people giving mixed reviews on Aberdeen, some love it, some hate it. I'm in between that. I know there's lots of work going on and they are trying to bring it up to a very good standard. So I always enjoy coming here, but I can see what the haters of Aberdeen mean. But I think that's just because they're doing a lot of work here, and eventually it will come back up to a nice city to visit. But it's not bad at the moment. The shopping centre, the main shopping centre, was very busy when I went in there. You've got a very old pub there just on the left called the Old Blackfriars. Now that is on Castle Street, you can see it there. Now we'll just cross here and we'll go a wander round by the college. But look at the architecture. What do you think? What do you think of this granite? Some people love it, some people hate it. I mean, when the sun shines on it, personally I think it's excellent, it really is. Now just as I pan round just to the left there, down that street there, you'll see in the distance one of the ferries. Now that's the Northlink ferry that takes you out to Shetland, because the harbour's just down there. And Aberdeen now are starting to get cruise ships in as well. Now this building on the left, folks, is the Aberdeen Sheriff Court. So what I'll do, I'll cross the road very quickly before we get run over, and I'll show you that from a distance. There we go, that's the Sheriff Court now, folks. Now if the sun was shining on that now, it would look totally different. It does look a bit bleak at the moment, but I tell you what, when the sun's on it, absolutely fantastic. And there we go, another look down Union Street. There we go, the bells, the bells. Now we're just walking up Broad Street there. Now what I've noticed with Aberdeen as well, can you see how they're mixing the old with the new? And you've got all these new buildings now that are still built in this granite effect, which blends in nicely with the old granite buildings. But there we go, there's the college on the right there. Can you see that coming through now? And you've got the fountain as well, which is working. Absolutely stunning, isn't it, that? Costa Coffee on the left. You're never far away from a Costa Coffee. But there we go, there's the college. Now I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it Marischal College or Marischal College or Marischal College? Anyway, if somebody comes from Aberdeen, please let me know how you pronounce that. But just take a look at that, folks, and I'll try and cross over and we will see a wider angle of that. Now one thing I struggle with is the Aberdeen accent. It's a Doric dialect, and of all the Scottish accents I've listened to, Aberdeen's the one that catches me out. Sorry about that, if anybody from Aberdeen's listening. I don't mean to be negative, it's just me. I can hardly talk with my accent, really. There we go. The college and the fountain. Let's go and take a look at the fountain. And there we are, standing proudly on his horse there, Robert the Bruce. Yeah, so just as I pan round from the waterfall there, just take a look now down this street here, and you can quite clearly see what I mean about the old versus the new, because there's a very old building up ahead there. Now you've also got a statue of Dennis Law, who was a very famous footballer here in Aberdeen. But there we go, one of the older buildings there against one of the new buildings, and they've done really a good job of blending it all together. Now I think you used to be able to go into the college courtyard, so we'll go and take a quick walk over there and see if we can get in. But I mean, you know, it's difficult really for you to tell how beautiful the architecture is here in Aberdeen until you really get close up to it. You've got all the crests there as well that you can see just above the archway, the doorway entrance. But let's go and see if these doors open. Not sure if they do, but we'll find out. Now it looks as though they're doing work in the courtyard itself, but you never know, we may get in. Let's see. No, it's shut. But there's the courtyard to the college. Right, so we'll head down here now. Now again, you've got a very similar feel to sort of Edinburgh and Glasgow, you know, the old cobbled streets and things like that. You've got the same sort of feeling here as well. Now if you were to look down there, that street's called Gallowgate, and we're now in Upper Kirkgate. This is Upper Kirkgate here. So you've got the Kirkgate Inn just on the right, next to a Warhammer shop. Very quiet up this end. Everybody, because of the weather, everybody is in the shopping centre, and you can't really blame them. The Pig's Wings, there's one called the Pig's Wings, look. Andrew Begg, looks like a shoe shop. It's got the Wellington boot above it. So we've got some brightly coloured steps ahead of us. You can probably see them there. But we will take a walk down Union Street as well, and you can see some of the changes that are being made. Lots of these little bikes everywhere, look at that. These electric bikes, folks, these Deliveroo guys. And I'll tell you what, they don't mess about, do they? They're very quick. And then just as I pan round there, just on the left past the steps, you've got the Bonaccord Shopping Centre. Now it's one of the older shopping centres here in Aberdeen. Right folks, so I've just come out of Bonaccord now, which is the small shopping centre, and I'm heading towards Union Street. Now you'll see that there's lots of work going on in Union Street. It's not all bad. We've just got to be patient. So again, you've got all the granite buildings, and if we keep looking down some of the side streets, you'll see some of the old, you know, evidence of the old buildings as well. There you go, look at that. In fact, we'll have a walk down here, shall we? Now this one is St Nicholas Lane, and you've got the Prince of Wales pub just there on the right, and then at the very end you've got a very traditional stone brick wall. So we'll pan back round, we'll go back towards Union Street. Now in the old days you used to get the trams running up and down here. No trams in Aberdeen now, but I bet you when they dug this road up they found some of the old tram tracks. If anybody knows of that, let me know. But this is Union Street, business as usual. That's what the banners are saying. So you can see what they're working on. Let's see if it tells us. Welcome to Aberdeen, the signs are saying. Not much to see here, I'm afraid. Now you can see there on some of the photographs on the board in there exactly what they're going to be doing. But this is the main street through Aberdeen, Union Street. So I'll just pan around, just take a look down there, folks. There's the old cobble streets I was talking about. Now that's the old sort of evidence of the old Aberdeen. And you've got, this is called Correction Wind. There we go. All the old cobble streets there. So we'll just keep walking up here. Can actually walk on here. Problem is I'll worry about getting run over by one of these electric cyclists, the deliverer. Now this building here, the old churchyard here, let's just take a quick look at that. I'm not going to go all the way around it, but I'd like to see what this is all about. There we go, just take a look at that, folks. That's unusual, that one. Not seen one like that. The Kirkyard of St Nicholas. Now kirk being the Scottish word for church. There we go. Founded around 1115, was one of the largest medieval borough kirks in Scotland, it says there, in the Norman architectural style. And what's that saying there? Scottish Parliament. David Steele. Who remembers David Steele? There we go. So you've just got the typical churchyard there, going back a long time, folks, this one. And in the wall at the back there, the boundary wall, you could see the headstones. Just take a quick look at that. That one goes back to 1873, that one. And that's Cedric Colley. But I'm not going to read them all out. I'm not going to go all the way around. But that gives you an idea of what's just off Union Street here in the main street on Aberdeen. Now I can't go all the way around Aberdeen today. I have done previous videos that take you along the promenade and the beach, and even a little village called, a little unique fishing village called Footy. Check that one out. There we go, that one's called Urquhart, John Urquhart, and that one dates back to 1825. So we'll head back out through the entrance there and we'll end up back on Union Street. So we're back on Union Street now. This one is the back wind. There we go, some more of the traditional places down there. And again, notice the cobble streets. But this one, Beaverbrook's, a very old place, isn't it, this one? Very Victorian. With its curved glass windows and the jewellery shop. Some of the shops over there, you've got Pound World, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Popeyes, things like that. And the sun is starting to come out. So yeah, folks, you've got some expensive shops here as well. You've got Tag Heuer there. There we go, expensive sort of jewellery stroke watch shop. And then you've got some of the older buildings as well. Now, I'm in the middle of Union Street now, so is there any traffic coming? No, we're okay. Now you've got Jameson and Curry. That's a Rolex one. So that'll be another expensive shop. And yeah, Poundland, quite opposite, on the other side of the road there. HMV, Pep & Co. Now this is what I want to show you, folks, because this is all new here, what they've done. I'll try and peek through there, but you've got the main sort of dual carriageway down there, but in the distance there you've got the new, I think that's Union Gardens, but we'll go down and take a quick look at that. Again, you'll see exactly how they've blended the old and the new architecture together. Yeah, so just as we cross over the dual carriageway, you'll see the wrought ironwork that we've got here, which is beautiful, it really is. Travel lodge just on the left with the Greggs underneath, right in the city centre there, if you're planning on staying. Now what we'll do, we'll walk down. I think we can get down to the gardens this way, so we'll go on this bit of a flyover. But they've been working on this now for a few years, but I think it's actually complete. And I'll tell you what, in the summer it is really, really fantastic. But again, what I want to show you just on the right here, if we try and look through one of these railings, you'll see there you've got a restaurant, and in the middle of that you've got a church, and then can you see that building with the mosaic on the side there? Am I getting that on the camera? Let me see if I can try and get, let me point it upwards and across. There we go, can you see that there? Now again, that's blending the old with the new. So we'll keep walking down here and we'll head towards the gardens that they've finished. Look what they've incorporated here, guys. This is an old-fashioned slide, isn't it? I wonder, I'm not going to have a go on it by the way, but I wonder how they've got through the health and safety aspect of that. So I remember as a kid we used to have slides like that. I'm not going down it, I get stuck. But you just don't see those anymore, do you? You're going down there. Right, we'll head down towards the gardens. I thought that was strange, and just as the train passes there, you can see how close we are to the railway there. A lovely eco-friendly train, that one. What do you think? Now, if you're in any doubt as to where you are, guys, just take a look ahead, and that'll remind you, because there's a big sign there telling you you are in Aberdeen. There we go, children's climbing frame. I'll try not to breathe while the fumes of the train go. It's not doing the city centre pollution levels much good, is it, that? Anyway, just on to the right there, can you see what I've got in the centre of the shot there? You've got, I think that's a Premier Inn hotel, I think. And right in the middle of it, you've got the old church there. Just take a look at that. And so they've built the Premier Inn hotel around the old church. Is that good or is that bad? I think it's quite cool, actually, that. I think that's quite cool. And then you've got this area here of grass. Now, obviously in the summertime, when it gets a bit warmer, it's normally full with people having picnics. And there's the little children's play area on the right there. So I'll just do a quick pan around and we'll continue to walk around here. And then this viewing platform just here, we'll go and stand on that and take a look around as well. Quite a few steps to climb up, folks, but I've just come down from the garden that you can see. Now, I'm pretty sure that's called Union Gardens, but I may be wrong on that one. I know it's all brand new. Now, we're losing the sun now, which is a shame, but I'll show you some of these statues. Now, they're quite imposing, these statues, and this one is William Wallace. Now, he was well known for the Stirling battle there, the bridge, the battle for Stirling Bridge. Now, if you go back and watch one of my other videos, that will tell you a little bit about Stirling and the Wallace Monument and Stirling Castle. But just as we pan around, as you can see, the weather's looking a bit bad now. It's getting a bit overcast. But you've got the Central Library just on the right there. Again, all built in the granite stone. And you've got His Majesty's Theatre there. Now, that is a theatre. It's not a Wetherspoons or anything like that. It still is a theatre. So you've got the central library just there, and then that's heading down into, I'm not sure where that takes you. Well, we're actually on Union Terrace at the moment, so I'm not sure whereabouts that takes you. But again, you know, the emphasis is on all this granite that you can see around us. Now what we'll do, we'll just keep walking and heading back down towards Union Street, and we'll just take a look as we go down at all these other statues that we can see down here. But hotels as well on the right. We've got the Mercure Hotel just coming up on the right. Now they haven't changed its facade or anything like that. There we go, Prince Albert there on his throne. Prince Albert, obviously Queen Victoria's husband. There he is in a prominent position here at the top, looking out over the gardens. But again, you know, I'm videoing this, it's sort of mid-April, weather's been okay, but you know, in the summer it really is fantastic when they've got all the flowers and the plants out in bloom. Now just opposite us here on the right hand side we've got Denburn House. Now this is all boarded up, folks, this one. I'm not sure what this would have been, probably a hotel. Looks that kind of thing, doesn't it, a hotel? But a savings bank next to it, again all boarded up. Beautiful buildings, they really are. All boarded up. Surely they can be made into something and looked after. Notice all these little ornate lamps as we walk down on the bridges as well. But now this gives you a better view from here, really, of the church nestled between the hotel there, just straight ahead of us there, and we're now looking down on the gardens itself, and you can see that viewing platform just there coming into the centre of shot now. We've got a lovely little restaurant as well just ahead of us. That's quite a unique sort of shape, isn't it, that, for a restaurant there? And you've got all these very tall plant pots with this, is this cherry blossom? Is it cherry blossom? Would that be right? I'm not sure. Cherry blossom's pink, I'm told, so I'm not sure what that is, if anybody knows. Forgive my ignorance on horticulture. Like an apple blossom. Chamber of Commerce building again there. Again, these are all disused. Nobody using these, but you have got the Mercure Hotel there, that's still being used. And then just on the left we come up to another statue now, and this is Robert Burns. Robbie Burns, there we go. Everybody knows Robbie Burns here in Scotland. If you don't, then you should. And we'll just keep making our way down towards Union Street again. Right, we're back in Union Street, folks. Now we'll keep walking up here. Some of the shops that you've got on the left, and Summers there, Ultramobile, the Edinburgh Woolen Mill, and again I'm going to keep panning round Diamond Street just there on the right. Now notice the cobble streets, aren't they lovely? And have you noticed with the cobble streets you don't get the potholes like we get now? Maybe there's a lesson to be learnt there. What do you think? Authentic Asian cuisine. Yeah, so this is the part that's been done now, this part of Union Street. It's not under construction, there's no construction works going on, but it does run for a long way, it really does, right from Castle Street right up to the other end. It's quite a fair walk. Cafe Nero on the left, on the right there. Now just panning round to the left. Now I can't go down all the high street, all the side streets, because we'll be here all day, but you've got Crown Street there. Again, another typically old-fashioned Aberdeen street. And again, all the granite. So we'll just try not to get killed as we cross the road. I'm sure we can cross. I'm trying to give you a feel of of what's going on now. I've just noticed a sign on the side of this building, and it's Harry Gordon, entertainer, 1893 to 1957. He performed there at this building here. Now I'm not sure who he is. We may have to Google that one. But Harry Gordon, does anybody know? It's a music hall, this. Now I presume this is still going. Yes, it is. A music hall. Part of the Aberdeen Performing Arts there, and I nearly tripped up. And you've got Burger King on the left, and we'll keep walking up here. Yeah, so I've just arrived now at Huntley Street. Now this is one of the streets off Union Street, but I did think it was probably worth a quick detour up here because you've got St Mary's Cathedral. Now this looks like an interesting church, so we're going to take a quick look at this. But again, cobble streets, no potholes. Right, we'll take a look up here. I've not been up here before, so this is a first, isn't it, for all of us? Just there you've got Wilkes Hair and Beauty. This is a little bit off the beaten track, folks, but we'll go and take a quick look. Sounds like there's something going on inside. I can hear music. Hope we're not intruding on a wedding or anything. They make a right racket, don't they, the cobbles, when a car goes past. I wonder if we can have a peek in there. What do you think? There's people going in. There's people going in. Are we going to poke our heads in there? What do you think? We've got to have a quick look, haven't we? What do you think? It's a Catholic church, this. There we go, folks. The Catholic Church St Mary's here in Aberdeen. Back on Union Street. I avoid getting attacked by the priest there in that church. There we go. Amarone pizzeria restaurant, an Italian pizzeria there. So we're coming up towards the end of Union Street now, but we got away with the weather, I think. There's another church on the left there, and I can't quite see what that is. Is that a restaurant as well that's outside the church? Or is the church now a restaurant? I think it could be, actually. I think it could be. That's interesting, isn't it? That church is now a restaurant. I think we decided to cross this bit. And you've got Pret-a-Manger just ahead of us there. So, Soul it is, yeah, Soul. That looks like a restaurant in that church. Yeah, so we're coming up towards the end now. 6 by Nico. That's another good restaurant, so I've been told. Now you can see towards the end of Union Street again you've got these churches here. Let's just take a quick look at this one. You've got Pizza Express next to it. Gilcomston Church, this one. Gilcomston Church. A grand building there, isn't it? Pizza Express. So I think what we'll do, we'll call it quits at that, and we'll start to wrap this video up, because we've walked literally from one end of Union Street to the other, with a few bits added on in between. This one's Summer Street. Now I can imagine on a Saturday night this would be fairly lively this end, I would think. But there we go, folks. I haven't taken you into the shopping centres because it was very busy there. But I think what we'll do now, we'll end the video there, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed our walk around Aberdeen, mainly Union Street with a few bits in between as well. If you've enjoyed it, please press the like button and subscribe, which is absolutely free, and check out other videos as well that are linked into my Aberdeen video. They're worth a watch. And until the next time, I'll see you all again very soon.